Hello, everyone. I'm Daniel. We're back for the finale. This is it. This is Lost in Time and Space. One of my favorite scenarios of all time because it is really cool, really interesting, and stressful. Never played it in true solo before, so join me for an exciting end. I think. Let's do our, not our damned yet. We're going to talk about the changes I made to the deck. Not a whole lot. We had 4 XP to spend. 4. And I got rid of the Where's the Party because I don't think that's necessary. And instead of getting the Alter Fate, I'm going with Devil's Luck. I've never played this card before, but I think it makes a lot of sense here that it will cancel the 10 damage from Beyond the Veil. And if I don't draw it and have it in my hand, then I can just pull it back with Resourceful. So I'm going to make that a priority to make sure I can get this in my hand before the deck runs out. But otherwise, the idea is you don't need it until your deck runs out anyway, so you'll draw it by then. Should be good. Can't use it more than once, though, so don't draw 2 Beyond the Veils, I guess. Can't have more than one threat area at once, but you know what I mean. Don't go through the deck more than once. I did put 2 XP into Sharpened Knife, so this is getting an extra +1 skill value if this is during an attack. That's what this says here. So let's move that over so you can see. And yeah, that's 9 XP into this card. So if we don't draw it, I'm going to be really sad. Other 1 XP went into this little cheeky Nature of the Beast. This is a dilemma. Reveal the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Choose an investigator to draw one of the revealed cards and discard the rest. Then choose an investigator to discover one clue at any revealed location. Hopefully, I mean, this does not necessarily going to work, but hopefully what we get here is a location, and then I get a clue from the location. We'll see. I think even just filtering the encounter deck a bit does make some sense. Okay, well, scenario meta knowledge is an okay thing. All right. During the first combat test, each round -1 combat. Well, that negates the whole pocket multi-tool thing. So, no, let me leave that out. I'm gonna forget if I don't have that out here. So we start here. There's not much by way of the story here. All is one. Okay, force effect. After you move to a location by encounter card effect, take a horror. We need to advance, there's 4. And then here we're trying to find 2 clues. And in order to get locations out, we will take an action to find a location. All right. No longer relevant over here. Get our opening hand. What we don't want to see is the Nature of the Beast here. Okay, that's really good. Really good to start with our pocket multi-tool. The Sparrow Mask actually is pretty decent too. I kind of would like an ally. Contemplative, let's dump that as well. Fieldwork is really good. And the guts. Okay. So, that's pretty good. I feel pretty good about this. We have a 6 Shroud location, which is not good for the Elder Thing token. Let's check out all these tokens. We've got extra dimensional location in play for each one of those. This is a skull, 2 skulls, 1 cultist. And if you fail, that's like not terrible. It is a horror though, because that's going to be taking a move by a counter card effect. These are encounter cards. And then the Elder Thing is potentially bad. Okay. I think we just set up. I think we literally just play our stuff. And we'd be done. Okay. Upkeep. Psychosis immediately. All right. That needs to go. I can't leave that around for the scenario. I have 2 physical trauma, by the way. All right. Any extra dimensional location. I don't think this is one of them. So this just whiffs. Okay. Win some, lose some. Yeah, spawn location not in play. This is just going to have to go. So I'm going to take the 2 actions to discard this. And then we'll take an action to look for somewhere to go. So we discard the top 3. 1, 2, here's a potential 3. Okay, we have to put this in play. Okay, Surge. That's not important because we just do the Revelation effect. And we can put a Doom on at the end of the round. That's probably fine. Dr. Henry. So 2-4. I mean, actually, we don't want to put Doom on it. We want it to discard. Okay, we'll see if we get another location. Hey, there's the 2 resources I just wanted. So this goes into play. We lose our 2 resources. After Investigator leaves here, either place 1 Doom on Endless Bridge or discard it. Okay. Yeah, I think these are our 2 clues. So let's move here. Not using Duke. Investigate at 3-1. 3-1. Yeah. Okay, that's a -1. So we're good there. If you fail and you're... No, we do not fail. We get our clue. And then we're going to Duke into this location using the field work. So that gives us 4, 5, 7. Nice. There's our 2 clues. Yeah, let's just spend them. Okay, a light shimmers in the distance and you head towards it to investigate. The wispy light drifts away from you, floating through the realm's strange gateways, ascending looping staircases and crossing through barriers you dared not cross earlier. With little chance of finding the nexus on your own, you follow the light, hoping it is guiding you in the right direction. We already get to put in the edge of the universe. Let's take it over there. All right. You have to have 2 clues in order to move here, and we don't have that. So Act 2A. Same stuff here. If we enter the edge of the universe, advance. And the map to get in is I think we need to go to 1 more of these locations. And then it will connect to here. So it's the squiggle. Good. All right. Upkeep, and we can discard this now. Okay. We've done upkeep. We have our resource. Yeah. Let's take the resource. All right, 3 of 4. Hey, we're getting really lucky. It's crazy. All right, put this into play. And then we need the top most hex card in the entire discard pile. It's going to be this Arcane Barrier, which I like much more. We just draw it so it goes here. So we just need the 2 clues. Seems so simple. All right. But we would like to leave here this turn. We need to have resources. Okay. We need to have 1 more resource in order to do that. I could sit here, place a Doom here, or discard it. I think I'm going to have to sit here. We can get the clue, but I think we need to sit here 1 more round. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a resource. I'm going to play Henry Armitage. And then we're going to investigate here. We have Duke. This gets us 5 to 4. All right. 1 clue. Okay, so again, I need to have some resources. So we're going to probably discard whatever we get with Henry, but potentially not. Haven't left yet. Upkeep. Just kidding. We need to keep this. So I've got one. I'll figure it out. All right. We're going to advance this. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Then discard cards from the top until a location is discarded. We're going to resolve that location's revelation effect. We did save the students. That was in the very first scenario. We went and just spent the clues in that location. So shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Discard until a location shows up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here's 1. That's another endless bridge. We're going to lose 2 resources. Well, there we go. 4 more doom to advance the next one. Encounter card. Okay. So the shrouds aren't too bad anymore. I think I'm going to lose the field work. Okay, discard top 3. 1, 2, 3. The other pocket multi-tool. All right. 25 cards left. So let's do all the counting again. If I leave here, I can discard it. I'm going to have to do this test. And we'll have to spend 2 resources or I go in here. If I just move and move Duke, move, it's not a problem. Okay. Move Duke. So we're going to test this. We'll throw the guts into it. We have 7 to 4. I can use this. Let's go up a good chunk. 9 to 4. -1. I know that sounded like I was summoning the auto fail there. Yeah, another Fire X. Okay, so this is successful. Discard. Move. Do the Duke thing, which is at 5 to 2. Okay. That is a -1, 2, 3. So that's just perfect as it is. And now I can just we discard this. Now we just move in here for our second action. We have 2 clues, and we're going to advance this. That's really just connected in here? I thought there was like a tougher way to get in. Where you just do like a willpower 2. I guess it's the other version. There's two ways in. Anyway, you reach in a possibly dense pitch black void and realize that this place is where all of reality, all that is and ever will be, ends. In its center, you see a minuscule rift, suspended just out of reach. When you peer through the tear, you're surprised to see the peak of Sentinel Hill. Somehow you've reached the other side of the rift. Now you must find a way to close it for good. And that way is spend 3 clues. All right, well, there's 2 clues here. And we don't draw cards during upkeep. Okay, good to know. So I didn't have to spend them to get in. I just had to have them. Right, there was no... Didn't have to spend anything. Okay. Well, let's get one more clue. I don't think I'm gonna discard anything. We just get the clue. 3 to 2. All right, that's fair. Okay, upkeep. We don't get any cards, and we don't get any resources because I don't want. No, I'll take a. I'll take a resource. Okay. Yeah. 1 of 4. You again. That's not great, but I guess we're gonna lose the Spare Mask on this one. So we do. 1. I mean, I can pick this up. 2, 3. I need to pick that up probably. Well, maybe not. Okay. mean, we kind of can rush this, right? Haven't done a single combat test. Might change though. We're gonna go 4. Gosh, do I play another ally? Do I play that fire axe? Have we seen the hatchet? No. 4 to 2? I think we just run 4 to 2 right now. Mm-hmm. Good. Let's spend the 3 clues. Get out of here. Okay. A bunch of text. We whisper some chanting, Great. Remove the edge of the universe in the game and put the set aside tear through time location into play. So we're going to take a horror. We'll put it on Henry. And we're going to get moved back to another dimension. I'm just going to put this right there. This gets removed from the game. All right, we're back here. So that's action 1. Right. When a location leaves play, move each investigator and engage enemy at the location here. Can't be canceled. Okay. Last thing is we need to go back here and resign. And the way is pretty open? Have I missed something? Doom, discard it. I think we can... I mean, we actually don't need to do anything else, right? We just go in here. We don't need any clues. I think the clues are all there. So I can move. I can't move here. But I can move here. Which potentially is risky. I don't think I need clues. That's just not a thing. I mean, I could still get clues. But it's probably not worth it. But the fire axe probably is. Let's play the fire axe. Okay. Upkeep. That's really good. 2 of 12. I'm keeping the resource. There's a conglomeration that we knew was going to show up at some point. Okay. I might, try to evade this guy, actually. Let's put this out here. And let's think about this. Dude, do I just drag him? 1, 2. Do I try to evade him with 4 to 4? I didn't do signal mirror. I can get up 2, and then I'll beat the -3s. I don't know if that's worth it, though. Dragging him actually is funny, right? But it'll kill the Plucky. It's not a great idea. So I can just take a turn off and hit him with Duke a few times. Yeah, but see, what if I get lucky and actually do the evade? I think I'm all in on that. We have 21 cards left. Let's go for the win. Spend a resource. We do an evade. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7 to 4. Hell yeah. Okay. Is it the devil's luck? I think it is, right? It's just devil's luck. Okay. And then we move twice. Once here, and I think I can use Duke to go into this one. There's no... This gets a Doom on it. It doesn't matter. We could discard it. Enemy goes here. Yeah. And then we Duke in here. And we just need to spend 2 clues. We're going to get them. -2. We were at 5, 6 to 2. Really good. We just need to resign. Upkeep. Live and learn. Yeah, we got this. Any extra dimensional location. So this one. Um, and it gets a doom from here. Okay. No problem. We just use Duke to get a clue here. Again, we're at like 5, 6 with the resource I just spent. To 2. Um, so we use the pocket multi-tool. We get the last clue here. And then we resign. I didn't take a single combat test. That was absurd. That was a 20-minute loss. I mean, part of it was I got very lucky with the locations. They just popped out in the right order. That's insane. Um, and all the worrying I did before playing this about how the hell am I gonna do with enemies, it was literally I evaded one, and then this guy didn't matter. Oh my god. Hey, some nice stuff coming up though. That was a very fun deck. A little bit uh stapled together with, a bunch of random things, but I'm cool with it. I mean, the permanent dark horse scrapper plucky little combo here is really cool, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like the shroud values here are not bad. The pocket multi-tool was good. Um, I lost the field work early, right? And then the sparrow mask, and it didn't matter. I I just got extremely fortunate with this because I think I played like, I don't know, 7 rounds, 8 rounds maybe. That's nuts. Okay, well, I mean, another true solo campaign in the books. We do want to advance this and look at the rest. So you discover a path that looks somewhat familiar and follow it, even though your task is complete. You now understand that as in closing the tear, you may never make it home. The fear of being lost here forever spurs you onward through an archway leading into an overgrown corridor. A damp wooden door leads you out into a pocket of thin rain and dark sky. Cement turns to gravel, then marble, then steel, then grass. You cross impossibly long meadows and make your way through dense woods before fatigue finally sets in. Drained of all energy, you cannot go any further. Your body gives out. Resolution 1, which is lying on your back in a patch of wet grass, you find yourself staring longingly at the night sky. Somehow, you are once again atop Sentinel Hill, unable to recall exactly how you got here. Well, a very little short walk through time and space. You are mesmerized by the night sky. Seconds become minutes, and minutes become hours. Eventually, you are found and lifted to your feet by a group of Dunwich citizens. What happened? What are you doing here? They ask you, frightened but curious. You can't seem to find the right words to describe the events that occurred beyond the gate, if they ever truly occurred. I mean, I think they occurred. It just didn't take very long. There doesn't seem to be any trace of Seth Bishop, or of the creatures you fought earlier, or of the phantasmal and otherworldly gate. But every time you sleep, you dream, and when you dream, it all comes rushing back. We close the tear in reality. 2 physical trauma, 2 mental trauma. Never fully recovered. Right. 5 XP in addition to, well, nothing. And then we win. That is indeed how we win this campaign. There is an epilogue. I forget which thing I chose in terms of did I calm the townsfolk or warn them? Probably warn them. I mean, that's what Ashcan Pete would do. Which has a nice little uh, a cameo by Janae Beauregard, well before she was printed as a player card. But she is in Fieldwork, the card. Speaking of, so that seems appropriate for her to show up in our little story. There she is. Okay, grand total here, 11 Elder Signs, 8 auto fails. Seem pretty fair. I don't think any of the auto fails in the last couple were bad, right? I got the physical trauma from one once, but it didn't matter that much. Good time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time playing something else. We'll see what it is.